Hello everyone, welcome back to the road to 2200. We are currently at 2027. We are going to play a rapid game, but this time I think I'm actually going to do a 15 plus 10 because I know I mentioned in the previous video, half of you wanted me to stick to 10-0, half of you wanted me to do 15-10. I think I'm going to do a 15-10 just to see what it feels like. I haven't done a 15-10 in quite a long time. It's maybe been a year or two. We get black against Nietzsche. 444. Nietzsche actually has a quote that I think is one of my favorite ever quotes. I studied philosophy in college actually, so quite like that name. I want to blitz out the opening so it gives me enough time. So I have the option to go d5 here, I think. I think I have the option here to go d. Wait, sorry, no, I don't. No, I don't. Whoops. I think I have to go here first, and then if they go for the center attack. Oh, okay, they go for this line. Yup. Now I'm pretty sure this is the best move, but I also have seen this. Give a check just to see what they block with. Because if they block like this, then I believe I can take like this, takes. So if I give this check and they block like this, I might end up taking like this. So let me think. So check. They could also block like this. Oop. Block like this here, and then they would likely do this, and I could trade off a bunch of bishops, make it so we each just have a bishop and a knight. Or I could do the conservative thing and drop back like this. That's also, of course, an idea. This is actually what I typically play, and I think it's the best move. I'll check with the analysis after, but I think I'm going to do this first just to see what they do. Yeah, so they block like that. Now I can just, put more defense on my knight. Or I could consider pinning this knight, because they, of course, cannot take here. Even if they could, it wouldn't mean anything. If I pin here, they're likely to do this, mayhaps, and then here. If I come here, they could do this, but again, that doesn't really matter too much to me. Then I would have the option to take, and they would have to take back like this, because my pawn would be here. And if they take like this, I'm happy to just, I'm happy to make it so my this pawn is defended by another pawn. Very interesting move. Didn't see that. Attacking I could just castle here, here. Interesting move. I could also just admit defeat and come back like this. They're not obviously threatening. Well, they would actually be here. If they took like this, I would have to take like this first, because they'd be threatening to win my bishop. I could just admit, okay, maybe this wasn't a great move. And if I come here, so if here, they could always just take back like this. That's another thing. So if here, they could also do this, which would be double attacking my knight, which is, it's not great. If I castle, they take, I would have to take like this, and they would have their choice of what to take back with. They could do this if they wanted to. At the end of the day, this bishop would be ending up here, because I would probably castle. I think this is a worthy pawn to give up, if I'm being honest. Castle, not sure what they would do. Here, and then maybe here, trying to attack this piece. But then we could take, and we'd be putting pressure on their center with our queen. Yeah, I like that idea, actually. A lot of different lines here. This is a 15-10, man. So if I blunder, it's going to be very hard to come back. People just don't seem to blunder anymore, ever. There's so many different takes. Could take like this, could take like this, could take like this, could just castle. Could think of doing a move like this. This is a very viable move, queen d7. I know it pins me, but not like they have any way to jump in or something. This is an idea. It's the one I'm actually going to go for. Also thinking of doing this queen route, but I just want to castle and then push this. They might end up castling, at which point I think I'll take this, more than likely. And again, if here, I can always recapture with check if I need to. So once they castle here, then I have a tough decision in mind. I would likely take here. I think I kind of need to or something. Because if they castle, then there's no more pins or anything, so this knight can kind of freely move. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't see that. Or maybe they did, I don't know. They're thinking, here or here. Are your two possible moves, my friend. And then once they capture back one of these ways, I shall capture back with my pawn. Because I don't want a queen trade. I'll get the open B file. My pawn will be defended by another pawn, which is always nice. Here, is this what they want? I'm not sure. Well, I mean, my move is forced. I have to take back like this. Now, if they do this, that doesn't really do anything because I would capture here. And if they take here, could jump in back or right back here. Could also think to take that pawn if that's what they do. But then they would hit this pawn and that wouldn't be great for me. I definitely feel like I've misplayed this and probably started with yeah, probably started with me giving a bishop check. That was probably where my problem started, honestly. Probably, at least. Oop. If they take, I simply take back. I don't see exactly what they're trying to do. Then maybe they push. Yeah. Okay. Take. Maybe this is what they want. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe they just castle. Yeah, kind of figured. Castle. So now we got opposite colored bishops, 2 rooks and a queen. They have this center here. We're going to try and chip away at it with moves like this. But they're able to defend it quite easily and quite well, so we'll see what we have to do. They come here. We always have the option to sacrifice, but I think that's pretty unsound here. Doesn't look like I have any pieces in the defense, and they could always come back here and, like, you know, tidy things up somehow. If they do this, I likely just drop back here or here. Sorry, here, here, here. Any one of those I think would do. Could also do this, but then that kind of just helps them develop, and I don't really know if I want something like that. And if I brought my bishop here, it would just kind of be stuck. Like, they'd be able to do this, and I wouldn't be able to do anything like this, or... This This is kind of the problem with 1510 is that the games are just so long. Like, it's great, they're high level, but they're just long. They're long, they're long, they're long. Yeah, figured as much that would be their move. Really tempted with f5. They take on passant. I'd take back, they would take this. This queen here just defends everything. It's ready to double rooks. Could also just do this as an idea. Here, and I guess they could do this to double attack it, but then I could potentially push this. Discovery against the queen. Yeah, this feels very clunky. Bishop f5. I don't really like that. I don't like that move. I don't like that move at all, in fact. Well, perhaps it's the best move. Queen here, those are the main candidate moves. Could also do this. With the idea of potentially to drop back and then push this. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. This pawn is always kind of severely weakened. Let's go for that plan. Let's do this, drop it back, and then push f5. I like that plan. They might fianchetto their bishop. I don't know, just to defend these pawns. Bad bishops defend good pawns, as the saying goes. Try and keep these pawns is what they might try and do. My plan is to probably come here. The problem is they're always able to deploy the bishop here, and it's going to be very difficult for me to try and defend these attack these pawns. It'll be very difficult. Very, very hard. I'm not sure what they do here. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't even need me attacking that pawn to try and do it. So could do this. They come here. It's gonna be one of those slower positions, I feel like. I do have the option to drop back now because the bishop, though the rook is kind of is no longer attacking the pawn. And then I could do this, defending both of these pawns, and I can move my queen freely. That actually looks pretty nice. If I come here, do they have any bishop moves? That would be really annoying to me. These are the available ones. I don't think so. Let's do this and then reroute the bishop this way to defend both of these pawns. And if they come here, then we obviously just take it. And if they come here, again, we just plant that bishop right here. We're eyeing up this pawn in the future. I just want to be able to move my queen, basically, is the point of this. I know it looks very weird to move your bishop twice. Just move it twice, but I think this is an okay move, personally. Just so I can get my bishop here, which will, of course, make it so I can't attack this pawn. But again, like I said before, it's going to be very difficult for me to win this pawn with this bishop here like this. So I don't think my game plan should be to destroy white's central pawns, at least not in that way. I could push this, at which point I could do this and do some other, some rook double ups. But again, this bishop's not doing a lot, but it's doing a job, that's for sure. Maybe they do this here, here, and then here, attacking my rook. And then I come and attack it, which it's obviously defended, but say they drop back. That's also pretty annoying. I bet if this game is played perfectly, it's probably just a draw. That's what the evaluation's probably giving. Yes, I have these doubled pawns, but I just don't think that matters too much in an opposite colored endgame. Or sorry, opposite colored bishops. Ooh. Maybe here, here, and then here to attack this pawn. Interesting. Now, well, let's complete this. I just want to stick my bishop right here. I know this is the most depressing looking bishop, but I think it's okay for now. Could look to do this and then this, and this pawn will be isolated, so there are some potential ways that I might be able to attack it in the future. I have to be honest, these aren't really the kind of games that I like playing. These kind of positions, like this position's kind of my worst nightmare, honestly. I don't really. It's not like it's hard to play, it's just kind of boring, honestly. Maybe get my queen here, eye up this pawn. I think that would be a safe pawn to take. They would take this one. I come back. So there is this pawn. But of course, they'll take this pawn. And if here, they might even just do this. That's also something you have to look out for. That is something you have to look out for. So maybe it's prudent that I start with something like this in order to take that pawn, but then they would likely just push this, and I don't really know if this queen's really doing much on this square. Here, here, maybe make it so my rook is the one in the open file. Okay, okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Could immediately start chipping away at white's center. And if I do this, takes. Could even think to take like this, which would be kind of daring, but I would be able to defend it with a pawn, which is pretty nice. Decisions. Queen here is my initial thought. Maybe just taking space with a5. Nice thing about this sequence when they do this is I'd be able to push this bishop, and at some point I might be able to do this kind of a bishop move once my pawn gets here, defend my bishop, and they might have like, a rook and a queen here, something like that. Something for the future to note. I actually don't know what is like a good move here, if I'm being completely honest. They're obviously not threatening to take my pawn, which is double defended, but even if I move my queen, they're obviously not going to take with their queen. So, yeah, these are my candidate moves. Here, 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 or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different moves to choose from. I'd be surprised if one of them is not the best move. Benefit of f6 is... Oh! Okay, well, I didn't mean to play that, but we're playing it. Okay, I was going to say the benefit of f6 is if they take, then this pawn is isolated. And this bishop will literally be forced to stay down in the defense of it for the rest of the game. That's funny. I didn't even mean to push f6. I was going to draw another arrow with it. Whatever. We've played f6. We've committed. We're committed. I can safely say I'll pre-move rook takes. Okay. Okay. So here, maybe they drop back. Now it's getting interesting. Now this is the kind of position I like. Because here, they take like this and they just start eyeing up my queen. And I don't really love that so much. I'm not inclined to take. Here they jump back. So if I was crazy, I could go for h5. But then they would just do this or this. And they'd be chilling. My inclination is now just to really plug up the holes with f5. Sorry, not plug up the holes. It's not the right way to say that, but here, eyeing up this pawn. Well, I guess their idea is here, 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 and they could take this. Oh, tricky. Here, maybe they push. Then I would be able to take like this. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's lock everything up. Lock up the whole position. My last couple of moves have just been moving the same piece twice in the same direction. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think either of my opponent are going to get high marks for this game, but we'll see. My next move will likely be queen here. Okay. What's the point of this move? I guess they're trying to launch an attack here and then maybe come here is their idea. Always have rook f. So let's go for this. Attack this pawn. I wonder if it's a good pawn to take though. So here takes. You could take this here. Yeah, so, okay, don't move that by accident. So here, they take here. Queen takes, rook takes. They'd be hitting my c pawn. I'd defend my c pawn. Then they could push e6. So let me show you that. So here, takes. Wow, okay. Bishop takes here. Queen takes here. Oh no, sorry. Here they would still do this. Whoops, now that this rook is on this file. Yeah, sorry. Forget about all the lines I just drew. None of them are what's going to happen. Could look to try and do something like this to attack this pawn now that it's no longer defended. And they can't defend it like this. They would have to defend it like this. So here comes to mind to attack this pawn. I'm going to go for that here. And also kind of reinforces this takes, because once they take like this, yeah, that's not exactly what I was going for. I wanted to hit this pawn now. And if they defend like this, then I might start chipping away at their pawn mass here somehow. Here, if they take, then I take here. Threatening bishop b3. Because if you'll visualize that position, so here, let's say they do like another random move here. If they take, then I can take here, threatening here because this pawn will no longer be here, and it'll be defended by both my queen and my rook. So I don't know how you hold on to this pawn. Obviously, you can't. There is this move, obviously, to defend that. Here, no good, no good. Let me take my time here. So here, what do they want? What do you want? So rook here, obviously they can't take. There's no, I don't think there's anything there. Let me hit the queen to see where it wants to go. I'm still somehow low on time now. That's pretty funny. I think now I push this to try and just undermine these pawns and try and double up, triple up, quadruple up with all my pieces on it. That might be the way to go. Could see them doing this, but then this. So these pawns they're defending each other. They're not bad, but our game plan is to try and win these. And from there, I really don't know what I would do. Like any kind of endgame, again, with these two bishops being opposite colors, is going to be very difficult to win, especially since this promotion square is blue. And this is a dark squared bishop. You know? Here, they could always do this, but again, that just drops this pawn. Again, that drops the pawn. A4 is something they have to reckon with. I have 5.5 minutes to their 8 minutes. Somehow I still have low time against my opponents, even with 15 plus 10. The whole point was I would have more time in the endgame. But that's okay. This will be an interesting game to analyze because with these sort of positions, there's really there's not always a ton of moves you can do. It's usually just like one or two right ones. And now I have ideas to jump in here and, this bishop is completely unassailable, that bishop. Everything, so light square, light, dark square, dark square, dark square. There's no tactics. I think I'm going to push this now. Want to push? I think I can take this. I don't know. Now we're tripling up on this pawn, which we would of course take with our, like, once I get my rook over here, then I could get my other rook here, so there's different ideas here. Would even think to do something like rook here. I was about to say an interesting move might be this, but that just blunders a rook. So I was going to say, assuming it was defended. So here, if I try and do this, then they're getting into the back rank, which isn't always nice. They come here. It's not easy. Not an easy position at all. And if here, I think I have this. Oh, Yeah. They're saying, screw that pawn. I don't even want it. Which is maybe the right call. Not sure what they're going for here. Here. Maybe they do this. Always have this idea though. I'm not really worried. Well, actually, sorry, that would just be a sack. So now the question is, do I take what looks to be a free pawn? So here, what is likely to be their next move is my question. And I think taking back with the, what would be better? What would be better actually here? If they take and then I take, they would have this move, which of course isn't threatening to win my bishop, but it is kind of scary because they would be able to come into my back rank if I here. Then they might be able to give some checks. It's kind of scary, actually. It's kind of scary. So I think my best move would be to do this. I want to double up on it. I want to double up on it so that they don't have any ideas to do this. I don't think rook here is probably a good move, but it's a safe move. It's a safe move. Now here just takes, and we're getting into their back rank, which is always nice. I unfortunately don't have any passed pawns that I can use to promote. These pawns are not really good. Here is always an idea. Potentially trade queens, but also hit the rook. And if here, this just comes with tempo. Yeah, exactly. So they're doing the scary thing now. They're doing the scary thing, which is here, check. Now maybe back is good. Here, but then they just do this. But then I do this. And if here, here. Well, actually, no. If here, and here, and they give a check, I think I just move out of the way, right? Well, actually, better yet, if here, I don't know. I don't really like this. I don't like this at all, actually. I really don't like this. I'm gonna take the pawn. I'm gonna take the plummet. Because I don't see what they have exactly, because this is a light square. They have no checks with the queen or the king. Or sorry, the queen or the bishop. They have no checks at all. This is still probably a draw. Or maybe, if I had to actually say who's better, I would actually probably say white, even though I'm up a pawn now. I don't think this is a very good position for black, if I'm being completely honest. So check, this is the only move. Literally forced. Then maybe they come in like this, hitting this pawn and potentially giving other checks. And I can do, yes, here. It's forced. Now their next move is likely to be this, I had to guess. Then we drop our rook back defending that pawn. This doesn't scare me at all because it's a blunder of a bishop, and also I always have the option to just move my rook. So bishop b7 and queen here are the two moves that, or a queen here, or a queen there. Here, then they would have this. Ooh, no, they wouldn't. Sorry, that'd just be a sacrifice. Yeah, exactly, like I said. And now if here they have this, that is not good. That is not good at all. That's really not good. So here, they'd be able to get into my back rank. They're getting into my back rank, which isn't good. Not good at all. Here they have to respond, so takes, takes, and then takes. So if here and then they come here, they're threatening mate in 1. And also mate right here. They're threatening multiple mates if I let them into the back rank. Yeah, I think I have to give up this pawn. I have to give up that pawn, I think. I think I have to play rook a1. But then they come here. And I guess I could just do this, maybe. Here, they take. Then they would be threatening this. Yeah, I think I have to play rook a1. Or sorry, rook a8. I think I have to. And they do this. I don't know what to do, man. I really don't. Maybe I could then do this. Make it so neither of our rooks can like do the scary stuff. If here, then I think I do this. And if they take, then that's better for me. And if they take, that gives me time because they have to block the check, and then I can come back here and defend any kind of back rank weird stuff. Maybe my calculation is poor though. I don't know. If I get everything I want, I'll hopefully be able to bring my queen here, push my pawn here, and then just start pushing this pawn up the board. And if here that doesn't work, because then I take here with check and they have to go back and then I win their queen. So that doesn't work. Yeah, they're going to take here now, if I had to guess. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm on the back foot here. I don't know what to do, if I'm being honest. Maybe here, and it's just, you just liquidate down to a draw, basically. There's just no moves either side has that are, you know, anything. Well, actually, ooh, okay, there's some interesting... I'm gonna go for the queen trade. I hope this isn't a blunder, though. Obviously, they can't come into the back rank. Yeah, they don't want it. They don't want one. Here threatens mate in 1, so they have to respond somehow. Perhaps just this. Oh, there's so many interesting ideas here, actually. So this threatens just fully mate in 1. So they have to respond to it somehow. I'm going to go for it because the interesting thing is if they try and block like this, then I have this hitting the bishop and the rook in the rook right here. It's such a basic move, this, but depending on how they defend, it could go wrong for them. Looks like just a pawn sacrifice. If they take like this, yeah, again here. Oh, but then they have this. And I could come back. And oh, no. Yeah, it doesn't work here. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't. What? Sorry. Okay, what am I saying? Here, I checkmate them. Sorry. I'm forgetting my own reason for pushing that pawn. But it's also scary because then I'm pushing to promote, so they have to keep their rook on the back rank, actually. Unfortunately, this is a dark square, so if I push here, they could just bombard it. I defend it, get my rook over. It's interesting. This is a delicate position for both sides, I think. More so for black. Oh, sorry, more so for white, though. White can make more mess-ups in this position than black can, I think. They have no scary moves. I guess they could do this, but I don't know exactly what that does. Here, I probably take. I don't know. I have no idea. E3 might be one of those moves that the analysis gives, like, great move, like it's the only move to try and do something. So now we're at the same like basically same time, which is nice. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So I have 2 minutes. Sorry, I can't do too much. Here. Those are my candidate moves. Can't do this. Can't do this move. I'm gonna rule out this and this because if I do those, then they win my rook in the corner. So I either take, I could also take like this, but then they take like this. But then I do this. I don't know. Because here, threatens mate in 1, but also hits the rook. But it could just be the wrong move. Because here, if they just take like this, then I could be more forcing here, and here. Oh, sorry, but then the bishop will be gone, the queen will be defending. I don't know, actually. Here, what's their plan? This is a light square. They don't have any light square checks. And if this... Oh no, I bet only one of these is good. I don't know which one is best, though. Here they come back, I'm taking with my queen. That's my instinct. Seems like it's the right move. I don't know, though. Don't know. I think that was... I don't know. Maybe keeping that mate threat was important, though. Taking with my queen would have been fine, I think. Probably. I don't know. It probably would have just been just fine because they have no checks in that position. The benefit of my king being here as well is that it gets out of any of the checks once this pawn is moved up. I don't know. Threaten mate in 1 and hit the rook. I think their only move is to take with their queen, I think. I could be wrong, though. Could also do this, which seems crazy behavior. Because then I would just drop back. Here I drop back, they have no more checks. And then if they give this check, I think they're just losing. I think they're just losing because then I'm threatening mate in 1 and hitting the rook. There's no way to stop both. They give this check, they lose. Now they're also under a minute. Yep. Ah, shit. I'm hitting the rook, which is kind of hard to see. I win their rook now. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. That was a hard fought game. Oop. It defines what resignation is. Resignation. Good game to my opponent. They played a good game. Let's see what the accuracy is. Okay, the accuracy is pretty good. 88.2. Said I played at a 2400 level. My opponent 84% said they played at 2250 level. So it said we played well. It said we played well. You can't see some of the numbers that they give, but look at this. Look at this though. Like just completely even for a lot of the game. White is better, and then some like slight bit black is the best advantage I had was minus 1.1. So this was not a game where either, I mean, okay, obviously there was the blunder, of course, but oh man, okay, interesting game, interesting game. So let's go through the analysis. This is going to be a bit of a longer analysis. So we're at 42-minute video. Oh my god, okay, this analysis will be quite long, but I'm hoping you guys will find. So this is, I won't go through too much stuff that you guys already know or you guys have seen me do before. Once they go for this system, takes, if they push, your move is always d5. Your move is definitely d5. A lot of other moves lose. If you try and jump your knight in, I actually don't know what the worst... Oh, they do that, yeah. So it's... And you don't really have any places to move your knight. You actually just have to sack. Ooh, but that's interesting because here now. King g3. Oh my god, it says king g3. That's crazy. Okay, I probably would have just tucked it here or something. Anyway, so once they do that, they sacrifice a pawn temporarily. You push, then they come here. You jump. Now you can jump in because you're defended. Then they take, and this is what I talked about before. Let's look at some engine lines. Yeah, bishop b6 is the best move, and it's the one that the engine likes the most for black. Bishop check what I did. It gives white a slight advantage, plus 0.3, plus 0.2. When you drop back here, it doesn't give black as much of an advantage. This is one of those, I think doing this is a lot more hope chess, so I would really recommend against doing this if you're at any level. Because it's really just hoping, oh, maybe they do this and then they blunder. Because you would just take, and that's sad for them. But 2000s, they don't blunder in that kind of way, especially in a 15 plus 10, maybe in a bullet game. But so from now on, I think I'm just going to jump back. So I give a check. They come here. I pin. They do this, which is the best move. I kind of had a feeling. I had a feeling that this was not as good a move. What did it want? It wanted you to come back. Yeah, exactly. Doing backwards moves, kind of admitting like, okay, maybe my move wasn't the best, are so hard to play in my opinion, because it just feels like you've been slightly defeated and you don't want that. So you force yourself to make a suboptimal move so that you don't have to admit that to yourself and to your opponent. But it's better to admit you made a mistake and not be worse than to be worse and you still made the mistake either way. So here, this is all the moves, and it didn't want that. Here, I likely would have done this, and then it wants bishop takes, and then here, and this is this is almost plus 0.2. Rook there. Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't see all of that. Okay, fair enough. Those are the best moves, by the way. I just want to, you guys look at that, best, into the best, into the best. So the best sequence, accidental mouse slip move ends up being the best. This is a very me kind of move, so I think I would have played it anyway. But that's really funny that defending the pawn is best, and then once they block, which is not a great move, I kind of had a feeling, yeah, I had a feeling b3 was the best move for them, just to fianchetto, because that's such a scary bishop. Like if I do random stuff, once they get their bishop here, they're they're threatening all kinds of pushes later on, which could exploit my king depending on where it is. So I thought b3 was their best move. They thought differently, so best to defend the pawn. Then once the bishop blocks, bring my bishop back and then reroute it to this better square. And then that's another best move here. So it wanted this instead. I guess it, potentially threatening to push. But then I kind of just had a feeling that, oh, sorry. But then I thought just here. But then, oh, you're threatening. But then they just come here. And if here, oh, sorry, my queen is being hit, sorry. I made moves without thinking. G5, okay, and say they do something random. F4 is one of the best moves. Okay, yeah, hitting the queen again, come back, I suppose. H2, and I guess this is pretty scary for them actually, but then just here, and I feel like there's nothing. Oh, you probably jump in like this. Yeah, you jump in like this and try to have some kind of lobster pincer mate. But then they probably just get away. Oh no, sorry, they can't get away because the pawn is there. Ooh, okay, that's very nice. That's very nice. Ooh, yeah, sorry, here, and then the best move is f3. Yeah, it's f3. Queen h6 is also another good move. I don't really understand. Oh, I guess it's to hit this pawn, but then here. But then, okay. Rook a to e8 would not have been a move that I would have thought to play in this position. Not with all this stuff going on, rook a to e8? No chance. Okay, anyway, analysis didn't like my move. Gives the advantage to white. They played the best move. Oh, okay, so this is, yeah, h6 wasn't on my purview, but maybe it should have been. Give the king some luft, as well as, potentially do some of these pushes in the future. That's actually a very good move. That's a very, very good move. Here, so it wanted I wanted a5. a5 was not on this move. When I was considering what to push, if you guys remember, a5 was one of the moves I was considering. So it was the best move a couple of moves later. So it didn't like some of this stuff. Okay, just because of that. Just because of that. That's fair. I still... Oh! Spoiler! Here. Best. So it wanted you to continue going with this h6 idea. Okay, fair. So best, here. Oh, wow. I saw this free pawn. I did not see that free pawn. If I had seen that free pawn, I would have 1,000,000% taken this one instead, because this is way more a pawn of consequence. Way more, because it's a pawn in the center. This one's kind of scary because it could, storm up the board, but I have enough pieces, I think, mobilized to be able to stop that. Or sorry, I have enough pieces to mobilize to stop it. I did not see that pawn. Okay, I really thought these two moves were basically forced. I thought rook here was forced. It wanted e3 now. Oh wow, that's creative. That's very creative. So a3 now. And what if just this? Okay, e takes fine. Oh, okay, here. What? There isn't any kind of mate? Okay, fine. There's not a mate, but like, this is scary to position to be in, but there's just nothing, really. There's nothing. That's another thing. I said this in the last video or a previous video. You have to be okay making moves even though they look really scary. Because if you don't refute it, then it means your opponent doesn't have anything, and that move is still maybe scary, but it's phantom fear. There isn't anything actually there. That's creative. I mean, I ended up pushing this later, but... So here, didn't like any of this stuff. I wanted to do the queen trade, and then best. You see what I mean, y'all? I can find really good moves if I'm given enough time. Given enough time, I can find really good moves. They played that, which it wanted king takes. It's a paper tiger. I really just thought this is kind of scary. I guess now I'm seeing it hits this, but whatever. If they try and do this, then they just get mated. So here, 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 here. Push. They did that. I took with the queen. They took here. Oh, okay. They wanted this. Not entirely sure why. They really tried to avoid the queen trade. Yeah, yet again. Best move. Sacrifice a pawn, hit the rook. And I calculated during the game if takes. All right, this one. I think I would have either taken or pushed. I'm not sure which one. C takes is best. I guess you don't really want to be down a pawn. If here, then they can start moving in and they really are just defending that square. Or they could, like I mentioned before, these two squares were always dark. Or sorry, the dark squared bishop would be able to cover them. So this one is a light square at least. So yeah, I would have hopefully seen that and taken. But they ended up blundering and yeah, I just take. Good game by my opponent. They made a lot of very good moves, couple of inaccuracies, but nonetheless, it was a very good game. Yeah, who knows? Maybe 15-10 is just the way to go for me because if that was a 10-0 game, if I had this position in a 10-0 game and I had 6-7 minutes and they had 7-8 minutes, if I got to this position with like 3 or 4 minutes, no chance I win this game. Maybe not no chance, but I don't know. I probably blunder it away some kind of way. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Way longer video. This is part of the downfall of 15-10 is that the games just last super long. Like this one got into time trouble and that game ended up being like 30-40 minutes. Which also decreases the chance that I ever play 2 games in one game. Or sorry, 2 games in one video because I'm kind of tired. I kind of don't want to jump into another game. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Full face cam for the nice win. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully that was a cool and interesting game for you guys to watch. Couple of really nice best moves by me. Couple of good moves from my opponent as well. They played well. They played better out of the opening than I did. But we were able to get the dub. 2035 is where we currently sit. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.